Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
He's Jamie Lent. I'm Chois Woodman. This is the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3 and the Double T 97.3 mobile app. Plenty of thoughts rolling in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Y'all are up early. So are we. Morning. This one says, did the Astros cause Chuck to need a day off?
I think it was scheduled.
Yes, we think.
Possibly.
No. This one says, which players will be at Media Day tomorrow? Will we hear from Hammond? We haven't got a list yet. I think they usually do send a list the day before, typically. So we might get one later. I would assume Will Hammond is one of them. They usually have, 10 to 12, 15 players rolling around through there to talk to. So I would be surprised if Will Hammond wasn't one of them. But we don't know for certain.
What's the question that Will Hammond needs to be asked?
Ooh, that's a good question.
The texter is asking, and that sounds like you are anxious to hear from him.
Yeah.
What's the question that needs to be asked of Will Hammond?
Chocolate or vanilla ice cream?
Because we already know he's cleared. He's
been on.
He's going to be running number one when practices start on Thursday, and he's cleared to go.
Some people just like to hear from the horse's mouth that I'm feeling great or whatever. I don't know that.
Isn't that the quote we already got from him? Right?
The other day when he was on Big 12 Sports Radio? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's... So I don't...
So we got it from the horse's mouth. What do we... Will's an interesting guy just like everybody else, so I understand wanting to hear from him, but, is there a question that you want to ask about the Sorsby saga? Were you offended that they went out and signed Brendan Sorsby? Were you rooting against him? What's the question that's wanting to be asked?
Those are great questions that he's not going to answer.
That I also would not ask him if he was rooting against him.
No. I think those are funny, and your point is valid. I think sometimes, Jamie, people just want to hear from QB1. So,
fair enough.
And I think that's probably, I don't know. I'm not in Texas.
And we haven't, he's been on campus for 2 years, and we haven't heard a lot from him because he's not been QB1, and he's not been a story that much. So,
yeah. He hasn't spoken as QB1 yet. So
we want to see what his personality is like.
You guys get the choice. Do you want Hammond tomorrow? Or would you rather have him the Tuesday before the first game?
Well, if there's only one or the other.
Here's how this usually works. That's how that usually works. You get them all of these guys once before the first game.
Well, since we're going to have better access tomorrow, selfishly as a radio station, I'd say probably tomorrow. Because we'll probably, if Will Hammond's around, there's a decent chance we'll have him on one of our shows. So that's selfish, but I don't know what he's telling us before Abilene Christian that I would want to hear.
He might say that he's gone through practices and he feels good.
He feels good, yeah, but
yeah, I'm having no issues whatsoever.
I feel like I'd rather have him tomorrow. But again, if he is QB1, that guy's usually made available quite a bit during the season as well. So, but yeah, the typical Texas Tech Media Day will have a lot of different players. Mm-hmm. We'll get to meet a lot of the new guys. I assume Bryce Butler and Adam Trick and Trey White and these guys, a whole lot of them will be Ibirgba. We can ask him how to say his name.
There you go.
It'll be good. So that'll be a lot of what's going on tomorrow. Nobody cares about the Dodgers. Let's talk Tech football or basketball. We will. We still have 33 days till the season starts. And we are talking.
And in reality, it was more of a conversation about Major League Baseball than just the Dodgers. They just started it.
It's trade deadline day. Trevor has a good point here, Jamie. Got to go all in this year because there won't be baseball next year.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Trevor in the feeling that it's like a done deal.
I hate that, even though there's truth to it, but it does not feel like the sides are close at all.
No.
How can you not have a problem with the Dodgers as baseball fans? This is just crazy. And, of course, now after the trade, there will be a work stoppage. That's from Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah.
Just because it's the rules of baseball. I don't like the rules of baseball, and that comes with me being a Yankee fan. I can't be angry with them for being all in and doing everything they can to win a championship, and by playing by the rules. If you're in that same camp that like you should be angry with the Dodgers, well, how are you not angry with Tech football? Because it's the same thing. You're spending more than other teams in the Big 12 conference. The rules allow you to do it.
Yeah.
So how you can't be mad at the Dodgers and not be mad at Tech football, right? It's the same thing. There's no salary cap.
Except there's a luxury tax.
Yeah,
Major League Baseball that you don't have.
And that's what Sonny Dykes wants for college football. That we laughed at.
Which is asinine.
Yes, that we laughed at and called him a whiner for. Okay.
I'm more mad at teams that don't try to do what the Dodgers are doing, trying to win it right now and every time.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
experience?
about.
Yes,
it's supposed to be about trying to win, and the Dodgers are willing to do that.
Yeah, they are. Chalupa says any one of the other owners could take a cut from their billions in profit and invest in players. They choose not to, so they choose to watch the Dodgers make moves. Okay. That's one way to look at it. Not all owners are created equally. I mean, there are obviously different payrolls and different owners and how that works. But the Dodgers take advantage of what's there, what's available, and they do it better than anybody else.
They're willing to spend. They're willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Very willing to spend.
And so I have no issue with that.
More questions, comments from you, Tech football and basketball-wise. We'll get some of those coming up. This day in sports history on the way. It's the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Alongside Jamie Lent, I'm Chois Woodman. This is the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3, and it's time to kick it over to Jeff for this day in sports history.
Starting us off in 1936. American sprinter Jesse Owens wins the 100-meter in 10.3 seconds in front of Adolf Hitler in a famous race at the Berlin Olympics. It would be the first of his 4 gold medals that he wins at the Games. 1948, Negro League's veteran pitcher Satchel Paige, at the age of 42, makes his first start for the Cleveland Indians and pitches 7 innings in a 5-3 win against the Washington Senators. 1960, for the only time in Major League Baseball history with the trade deadline talk conversation going on, teams exchange managers as Detroit trades Jimmy Dykes, who was 44-52, for Cleveland's Joe Gordon, who was 49-46.
What was the reason for that? That's pure craziness.
That's 2 GMs. Well, GMs probably weren't even the thing back then. 2 owners that were just like, I've had it with this guy. And they're chatting at a bar, and they're like, you want to trade? I don't like my guy. You don't like your guy. Let's just swap these guys. It's probably a drunken trade.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome, though.
2004, St. Louis first baseman Albert Pujols becomes the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit at least 30 home runs in each of his first 4 seasons as the Cardinals beat Montreal 10-6. I miss the Expos.
I do, too.
I saw somebody with a hat recently, and I was just like, man, it's still a great look.
It is. It took me way too long to figure out the letters in there. I just thought it was weird.
Wow.
Well, I saw the M, but not the
others.
Not the E.
What I wish they would do is, if I was the Nationals, I would wear the throwbacks as the Expos jersey.
I agree. I think they should, but I don't know what all the rights are on some of that stuff. The Rangers need to wear Senators jerseys every once in a while too. But
which one? Because there have been 2 Senators.
The one that the Rangers were.
And in 2012, Texas Tech alumni Sally Kipyego earns Olympic silver in the women's 10,000 meter in the Summer Games in London.
Let's go.
It is National IPA Day. It is Grab Some Nuts Day. And it is National Watermelon Day.
I'll take, obviously, I'm cutting the IPA.
Oh, I figured that was pretty easy for you.
I will start nuts, especially if they're almonds. Okay. And then I will bench watermelon.
I love watermelon, but
I like
only
watermelon
if it's
too.
Ice cold, though. Like, I'm very picky on the watermelon. Ice cold watermelon.
I can't imagine that about you, Choice.
Piggy? I'm not that picky of a guy. But the watermelon itself, like lukewarm watermelon on a hot day, it's not doing it. It's got to be ice cold.
Okay. I think it's definitely better, but I still I'm good with it.
The nuts, cold. Yeah. I don't know. Just depends the varieties.
Happy birthday, Tom Brady turns 49. James Hatfield 63. Martha Stewart 85. Martin Sheen 86. Marv Levy 101. Kevin Sumlin 62. And Will Muschamp is 55.
Marv Levy is still alive.
Alive and kicking.
It's good stuff.
Well, I don't know how much he's kicking, but you know.
I was about to say,
kicking himself for losing all those Super Bowls.
And on this day, in 1492. Do I really have to tell you? Columbus sailed the ocean blue, left Spain, came here to the Independence Santa Maria. Really? Had to tell you this one?
Then why? When is Columbus Day?
That's the day he got here, when he thought he was in China.
Oh, okay.
Because the man was looking for spice and ran up in the wrong place, which is why how you celebrate Columbus Day is you go to the grocery store looking for the spice aisle and you end up at the wrong place.
There you go.
But today's the day he left. 1492? Okay. Really? I had to tell you. That one had to get served up.
I figured that's what it was. I was just letting you go. I was waiting for you to give the little jingle.
You had to tell me.
You don't hear 1492 and just...
And immediately it's Columbus sailed the ocean blue?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. I just thought you were wearing a deep blue shirt today in honor of Columbus.
And that's this day in sports history.
There you go. Y'all hit us up if you'd like to. Your thoughts, comments on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. I'm glad our listeners are as childish as I am with the Nuts Day. That's great. You can go read those on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. I'm disappointed Chuck isn't here. I was hoping to check in on the Chuck-a-meter and for the Rangers and ask if the Astros were still dead. That's why. He actually got suspended for this whole Astros declaring them dead thing. So,
see, on this one, I think I'm defending Chuck.
No.
For today, hear me out. He would rather be here today than doing what he's doing.
Okay. I don't even know what he's doing.
You don't want to know. I'm sure Chuck will have full stories tomorrow.
There's certain things in men's lives that I'm just good at. You just made me assume a bunch of stuff. Moneyball mentality. So everybody else besides the Dodgers, is that what you're saying is the Moneyball mentality?
The difference is that Oakland was a small market. And they were trying to compete with the teams that were spending money. When the teams that have the money start acting like a small market, that's when I've got a big problem.
Oakland is not a small market, though, right? It's smaller than the Dodgers, but the Bay Area is a pretty big market.
I think
that Oakland just didn't. Oakland's had a stingy owner forever.
Okay, help me out here. Moneyball, the movie, is about an Oakland A's team that attempts to win with a different style that could compete with the big money teams. And it was more about on-base percentage and pitching and winning with lower price players, right?
Yes, but they still spent on pitching. That's the part.
They were all rookies.
They were all young.
Zito was. I know Zito was young. They were
all homegrown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were all homegrown
because they all left after.
Yeah.
Fair.
They all got paid elsewhere.
So yes, it is a team that tried to.
Okay, so what the Dodgers is doing,
I think they're saying everybody else's Moneyball mentality. Everybody's good.
Everybody else. I was going to say the Dodgers are not.
No, I think
winning with a Moneyball mentality. It's the opposite.
No,
The
I took it as the opposite. That they're saying everybody else has to do the Moneyball mentality thing.
Okay, well, everybody else is maybe they need to, but they're not. I mean, everybody's trying to win by hitting home runs.
Don't get me started.
Again, I said this on the chat line. And somebody was talking about they like watching high school and college and travel ball better. I think the product is terrible right now.
I agree.
I think it's horrible.
I agree.
I think it's, I mean, in my time as a baseball fan, which has been since birth, this is the most boring product they've been put on the field. I don't care how entertaining Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge and Mike Trout and The Miz and Cam Schlittler are. There are superstars in the game. Yes, there are. The product itself is boring.
I'm with you. 100%.
And I'll keep watching my team while they play and rooting them on, but the product is boring. It's not as an entertaining game as it used to be.
They're trying to tell us a bunch of solo home runs is better than getting on base and hitting the occasional 3-run home run.
Going first and third and stealing bases. Just having
you're preaching to the choir
being
here.
Athletes.
It's the morning drive. Talk some tech football coming up on your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Happy trade deadline day for the Dodgers. No one else though. Except they did theirs ahead of the trade deadline.
The Rangers made a trade last week.
They did, and I was pleased with it. And
I thought they got a good reliever.
I think they fleeced the Angels in a deal.
Okay.
I mean, you went for a guy that's not in the top 30 of your prospects. You give that away and get 2 guys back out of it, and one immediate
1.5 maybe.
Still, I don't know what the Rangers have had at catcher all year. I know that.
Anytime you're making a trade and sending the guy to AAA, that doesn't scream confidence.
But it's still something.
I thought they got a really good reliever, so thought that was good.
Yeah, and again, the Angels, it kind of gives you pause sometimes when those things happen. It's like, what do they know about our guy that we don't know about our guy? If they're going and getting someone that's an A-ball and not a top 30 prospect. It seemed like the Rangers made a really good trade. And then they, peed down their leg this weekend. So that was not fun. Not a fun weekend. Congrats, Astros, for your weekend win. Central Texas Hank said Astros have returned to their rightful place as rulers of the AL West. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
It's going to be a fun little battle down the stretch, though. Let's hope the Astros don't just now run away with it.
Too bad it won't be head-to-head.
Yeah, no doubt.
They're done.
Yeah.
Head-to-head.
I thought they had one more. That's it?
I thought they were done.
Check it. I believe they have another series. I think that may have been the last one in Houston. But I'm not speaking in absolutes because I'm not certain on that.
On this show?
Yeah, that's it.
No, I do on the other show, not this one. Not this show.
I was gonna say it's allowed on this show too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, we're not. And we're a little wishy-washy at times.
Fair enough. Someone says, "How dare her not wanting to be a professional college athlete?" Well,
Astros and Rangers are done.
Yeah, I think
I stand corrected.
I think that when you look at the big-time money that men's college basketball players are making compared to what they would be making playing in the G League or whatever, I think that it's understandable they would come back for another year, right? If they were a surefire NBA superstar, they're not going to come back. They're going to go take the big money in the NBA, right? And feel confident in their chance to have a future there.
Fair.
But if they're questioning a little bit, I think you understand why they would come back for the fifth year. I don't think the money is as large with most players on the women's basketball side of things that it would be such a smart financial decision. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And there's probably some of that, like somebody just asked about Tracer Lopez on the chat line, and I think there's probably same goes with baseball, okay, where the money's not as large as it is in men's basketball or football.
Could we get him back, though?
I don't.
Tracer?
I don't have any idea.
I wouldn't hate that. I mean, you have added some infield help in recent weeks. Even, man, it seems like every week we're seeing a new former SEC player or SEC commit.
Yeah, I think you're done now, though. I think that's
does
stopped.
Feel like it, yeah.
The and I know this is a wimpy part. I get it. The game is the game or whatever, but there's a part of me. Well, let me just say this. First off, Donovan Atwell's the really interesting guy to me in this because I think Donovan has an NBA future.
I agree.
Okay. And
shooters translate at every level.
Yeah, and I would have thought that he would have made that Bulls he played well this summer, right?
Yeah.
I would have thought he would have made that Bulls roster, but clearly he's not as confident.
I think that...
Or is he just thinking he's going to make more money here?
He hasn't gotten cut, right? Like, I haven't seen anything
where... I have not seen that.
I haven't seen any news on Atwell where he's not going to be an NBA player up to this point. I think Atwell's kept all his options open.
Yeah, at the same time, I'm not keeping track of the Bulls transactions or anything like that.
Same here. I don't... Like, I haven't seen roster moves since the Summer League. So I don't know if Atwell... I still feel like even if he got cut by the Bulls, he would. There may be another team that wants to grab him because,
and he definitely would have a place in the G League or whatever. But here's the part that I hate for guys, and I know this again. This is kind of wimpy, but I think, you're talking about some of these guys that have come in. Grant McCaslin said, "Hey, we need you to replace Donovan Atwell. You come in and you're going to be our two guard and you're going to start and you're going to get this many minutes a game and you're going to be able to show off in front of the pro prospects and blah, 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 and come do that." And now all of a sudden Donovan Atwell's coming back and your minutes have just been cut in half.
I
hate for those guys. And that's just the craziness of what we've had here, okay, in that you have rules changing all the time. But I hate that. A guy came here thinking, I'm going to be the guy.
Yes.
But
that's how it's been for the last 5 or 6 years, right? Where with the transfer portal. Like, you've got guys that will sign as a freshman thinking, hey, this is my spot, this is what I'm going to do. And then, boom, you've got a guy that jumps right in front of you. Yeah.
You always understood that that's part of they're always trying to recruit to be better than you. But when it came to the portal, it was different. It wasn't a younger guy. It could be a guy that's 2 years older than you.
Yeah, you think, okay, I'm sitting here on this roster and I'm the next guy up.
Yeah.
That's happened a lot.
It almost feels like to me that those guys that signed through the transfer portal period, if now these 5-for-5 guys are coming back, then those guys should be open for them to choose to go somewhere else again.
You would think, but that would have to be the NCAA making another decision, which they are terrible at doing. They'd have to be like, okay, we're opening the transfer portal window for these athletes for 10 days.
Again, you continuously pound on the NCAA. The NCAA did the right thing, okay, in giving the 5-for-5. They're not the ones that are causing this to be problematic again. It's the lawsuit in the judges. The NCAA.
No, they set the rules
People
themselves.
have asked. You guys wanted 5-for-5. The NCAA says, okay, we are going to give you what you asked for, okay? we gave you this, and now it's your dad saying to you, Choice, I give you an inch, you want a mile. We gave you the 5 for 5 thing, but oh no, that's not good enough. We want for the class before that too.
But who did you give it to?
They gave you what you asked for.
You gave it to some kids. You didn't give it to all.
They gave you what you asked for.
I mean, you're going to do a dad comparison. You're giving it to the younger kids, but not my oldest.
I'm sorry. Well, they could have not done it at all.
You're right. But in the world
it's not
we live
the
in.
NCAA's fault.
The NCAA knows
That's right. It's the world we live in's fault. It's not the NCAA's fault. Stop blaming them for everything.
I'm blaming them because
that's what you do.
No, they screwed up in their parenting earlier, Jamie. They screwed up when they would give 6th, 7th, and 8th years of eligibility. That's where that's where Darian Williams and Donovan Atwell have a case in court, is that they can easily point and be like, hey, you gave this guy a 6th year, a 7th year, and 8th year of eligibility.
Okay, well, take it away then. All right, well, we're not going to give the 5 for 5s then, because it wasn't enough. You got to have more. We won't give it.
And
okay,
you can't put the toothpaste back.
Yes,
you know that.
Yes, it's the generation of entitlement, and always, if the rule doesn't benefit exactly me, I'm going to the courts.
The NCAA screwed up because they knew what was coming here. They knew. They should have had the foresight to see, hey, if we don't grandfather this in, we're getting sued. They should have known that because of exactly what you're talking about. So the easiest thing for the NCAA would have been, let's grandfather them in, and we will expand roster sizes for 1 year. That would have been the easy thing to do. Yet they've dug their heels in.
Oh, we should always do the easy thing. That's what we should always do. We should always take the easy route. That sounds like Choice's generation right there to a T.
Don't say my generation.
Yes,
About
absolutely.
the one after. Come on. We got a question of the day. Plenty of reaction from you on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Coming up after that on Double T 97.3.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
All right, gentlemen, today I'm going to ask you this question about the Texas Tech football schedule. I want you to rank. If there was going to be a loss, I want you to rank the top 3 most likely games that would be a loss for the Red Raiders if they're going to trip up and lose a game. I want you to rank in order the top 3.
Okay.
With number 1 being the most likely if you were going to lose a game. They would lose.
Okay. Can I get a 30 real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the shot against my generation was unnecessary and ill-advised, because my sports or my terrible takes should not be on my own generation. It should just be on myself. Don't you put it on all the millennials out there.
And just like that, all right, Choice proved my point, making it, again, it's about me.
Yes. Yes. Don't put it on my... No, I'm saying don't put it on my generation. I'll wear my own. It's
always about
taste.
Me with Choice's generation.
All right.
What's best for me?
Time in.
What's about me?
Time in. What are you talking about? The boomer generation that you sit next to every day. This is all about Chuck. That's his number 1 rule. All right, time back out. And back in. Number 1 for me, Jamie... most likely to lose game as we sit here on August 3rd. And I reserve the right to change this once we actually see some teams play, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
No question.
Because I think I've gone back and forth on this one. I think most likely is in Stillwater at Oklahoma State. I think that's a team that may struggle a little bit out of the gates in the Big 12, but may figure some things out later in the season. Or it may be the opposite. We may find out they don't have the depth to keep up with a North Texas roster in Stillwater. But I think that's the toughest game on the schedule at the moment, or the one that at least makes me the most nervous. Number 2 for me, and this is not based on roster as much as logo and head coach, Arizona State. That Kenny Dillingham and Joey McGuire have battled back and forth a lot in the last couple of years. I did not think Arizona State was the better football team last year, but they still beat you. So that one just it gives me pause. The third one, Arizona. So Halloween night, and that's purely based on just having what I think is one of the best or top 2 quarterbacks in the league, Noah Fifita.
Okay.
Quarterback play can mean a lot. So OSU, Arizona State, and Arizona.
Number 3, on the road at Arizona State.
You're at home.
Arizona State, they're really...
Nope, they're in Lubbock.
Okay, at home against Arizona State, because you're also at home against Arizona, and they were tied. Number 2, TCU, last week of the year. I am super nervous for a empty stadium on that day. I know, shake your head at me all you want. I just remember the Saturdays after Baylor games.
I will shake my head at you.
Yeah,
You're not gonna have it. Your stadium will be packed and as buzzing as it's been.
When it happens, I will be overjoyed.
Okay.
I am going to be nervous until that day about that game.
Okay.
Number 1 on the list. As of right now, they're the only top 25 team on your schedule. They return their head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and starting quarterback. That would be the University of Houston Cougars.
Okay. All right, so we all have 3 completely, well, not completely different lists, but 3 different lists.
Okay.
Number 3 on my list is home versus Arizona State. Okay, and I'm with
we all
Choice.
included that one.
Yeah, I'm with Choice on that. It's a head coach that I think is good. I don't think the roster is as good as yours, but I still think it's solid. I think Dillingham is a good coach. He gets his guys fired up to play. Mm-hmm. Number 2 on my list, on the road at Oklahoma State. I expect that offense to be really good, and if they're clicking, and I think it'll be a big game there. Great crowd, good atmosphere, all the above, and so I worry about that offense getting going and just having one of those days. And number 1 on my list, for different reasons than Jeff, is the TCU game. Okay? I think it'll be packed, just like Choice said. I think it'll be buzzing, just like Choice said. Sometimes those things, Choice, don't turn into you playing your best football.
We've seen that.
It's just a funky situation. It's Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Guys will be so excited to play. It'll be different, national TV, all that. You don't always play your best in those games.
Right.
And so
the Baylor game is the one that sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes games a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so like the quirkiness of it scares me a little bit, even though I think you're a better roster and obviously you're playing at home. So that's the one that I'm the most and I kind of judged mine on the ones that I'm the most nervous about. You know, obviously the last 2, numbers 1 and number 2 for me, TCU and Oklahoma State, are teams I hate losing to. And so maybe that factors into my being nervous. But
do you think, Jamie, that Texas Tech will know they're in the Big 12 championship when they go into that game on Thanksgiving?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Because if you think they're 11-0 up to that point, I would guess that's in the Big 12 championship if you're 8-0 in that moment.
Well, I do think you're going to be 11-0, so probably. They probably know.
Most years, I know there's some maths that can change things depending what BYU's done and some others. But most likely, if you're 8-0, you're locked into the Big 12 championship going into that game. We did know it last year, remember? The final game against West Virginia. You went in knowing that you were in the Big 12 championship.
Right.
And it obviously didn't affect how you played. You kicked the snot out of West Virginia in that game. What was the score? It's like was it 45-0? 40? You shut them out, right?
West Virginia?
Yeah, the last game of the season in Morgantown.
Man.
You don't remember that one?
I don't remember it being a shutout. I remember us winning comfortably.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a shutout, but we do have this schedule thing right in front of us. I could look. Yeah, it's so you played well in that exact situation last year. Yeah, it was 49-0. But I get the quirkiness because that is a very weird game on a short rest. This is the Morning Drive. Boom, boom, boom. Next on Double T 97.3.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Happy to be part of your Monday. Rolling on to hour number 3 of the Morning Drive. Double T 97.3 and the Double T 97.3 mobile app presented by Happy State Bank. We're on television, Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. A whole lot of ways you can take us in. Thanks for doing so on this Monday. Jamie Lent to my right. I'm Chois Woodman. Jeff McGuire across the way taking care of us. Don't worry, all you Chuckathons, he'll be back tomorrow.
Chuckathons.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Y'all keep hitting us up.
It's not the Chuck Wagon.
That's actually way better. I'm going with Jamie's. I know when I've been bested on an idea. Keep up your thoughts, your comments, your questions, anything and everything there on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that Double T 97.3 mobile app. Jamie.
Yes, Choice?
I've done some research.
Good.
I was looking through the Big 12 Conference opponent versus opponent records. Okay, so everybody against each other in the current rendition of the Big 12. Current grouping we have of 16 teams.
Okay.
And I wanted to know who has had the most success against whom. So I set a bar at 10 games. You have to have played at least 10 games in a series against a team. So then 3-0 or 4-0 against a team, this doesn't count. These are the punching bag teams for each team. Texas Tech has had. Who do you think Texas Tech's most success has come against of the current teams in the Big 12?
Current teams in the Big 12.
All-time success on the football field.
Haven't we?
Baylor.
Are we going with most wins? Are we going with win percentage? What are we going with?
We're going win percentage against teams you've played at least 10 times. This is everybody.
Because didn't we dominate Arizona back in the day?
We did.
I'm going to go with Arizona.
Arizona's not the right answer.
Okay.
It is second on the list. And it is a dominant series. 27-5. Not you, Siri. Dang it. 27-5-2 all time. I said series.
Yeah.
824 win percentage. That's really good. And a dominant series for Texas Tech. 27-5-2.
Kansas?
Kansas is the correct answer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Texas Tech's 24-2 is a 923 win percentage. By quite a bit, the most dominant that any one Big 12 team has been over another Big 12 team that in matchups that they've played at least 10 games.
Which is why the losses to Kansas hurt so much. Because there are so few of them.
Yeah. And the one of them you definitely shouldn't have lost.
With that winning percentage, all of them you shouldn't have lost.
The other one was B.J. Simmons coming in for Cliff Kingsbury, right?
Coach Kingsbury got hurt, yeah.
What's interesting, Jamie, is Texas Tech's record against Arizona, 27-5-2, would have been third best in the Big 12. Your second on the list is third most dominant in the Big 12 of any other matchup.
Oh, wow. So who's the one in between?
There's two others. Sorry, fourth best outside of if you were eliminating the Kansas.
Okay.
So it's fourth best. West Virginia is 18-3-1 against Cincinnati, which is an 841 win percentage. And Baylor over Kansas at 19-4. Kansas is the most common punching bag on this list, by the way.
Shocker.
They were 826 on that. So it's interesting. A few of these, Houston and Iowa State are the ones that have the lowest high win percentage. Houston against Oklahoma State, 11-10-1. That is their best record against any team currently in the Big 12.
It's the only team that they have above 500 record against?
When they've played at least 10 games. Now, there's a few when they play, they've played 4 games in a series, but 11, 10, and 1. Iowa State over Kansas State, 55, 50, and 4.
And that's pretty close. Yeah.
So those are both 523 win percentages. Texas Tech has been pretty dominant. There are only 4 teams in the current Big 12 that Texas Tech has a losing record against. 2 of those they can get back to 500 against this year.
Oklahoma State?
No, you actually have a 1-game lead on.
Okay, I knew it was close.
Yep. You have a 1-game lead on the Pokes.
TCU.
It's not TCU. Tech has a 2-game lead in that.
Colorado?
Colorado's one of them. You're 5-6 against the Buffs.
Okay.
So you can get back to 500. And this next one is shocking to me. Would have never guessed it.
Sam Houston.
Just Houston.
Oh, just Houston.
We're going Big 12 only.
Oh, Big 12
Houston,
only.
17, 18, and 1. So
I guess the Andre Ware days were David Klingler.
I guess there were some days in the Southwest Conference that didn't do. Texas Tech is the punching bag for one team on this list. This is your cue, Jeff.
No, it's not Kansas State.
It is Kansas
Really?
State.
Yeah.
Kansas State's best record against any other Big 12 team in which they've played 10 games is a 15-10 record
I figured
over
that would have
Texas
been Kansas.
Tech. No, Kansas's punching bag, it's Kansas State.
What?
I know. Kansas.
That math isn't mathing in my head. What the heck?
Kansas is 64. Remember how horrendous Kansas State was at one point?
Yeah, that's true.
Kansas all-time record is 64, 53, and 5 against K-State. And that is Kansas's punching bag. So, TCU's punching bag, Kansas. UCF is Houston. Utah is BYU. I didn't realize their series was this lopsided. 60, 34, and 4. BYU's is not that great. It's Arizona at 14 and 12. So Texas Tech is the most dominant team historically in the league. Second on the overall record, only behind Arizona State against Big 12 teams in the history, the current Big 12 teams.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.